Welcome to the Three Woke Kings podcast. I'm Vincent. Follow me on The Real Jareet, Instagram and YouTube.
It's your boy Malik. Make sure you go follow me on Instagram at KTSC Fitness.
And I'm Calvin. You can follow me on Twitter at GQ_Davis.
So before we started recording this right now, we was having a debate on Floyd Mayweather losing to T.I.
Niggas is crazy.
This man says that there ain't nobody to beat Floyd Mayweather.
How are you going to sit here and say that T.I., a basic rapper, can be a professional boxer where he eats, breathes, and sleeps every day?
See the
I
thing
see
is,
what you saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like what I said before, bro. Like he's training to do this stuff, and it's all in a legal standpoint. Like he's taking punches in a legal, restricted area. It's not rules in street fighting, bro.
no rules.
Like anybody can get hit in the wrong area or in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But that's what he trains for. That's what he trains for.
But see, that's the thing though, because we don't.
He trains
don't
the
know-
dodge.
don't know
So
T.I.
you practice taking punches in places that you're not gonna take them.
Yeah, that's what boxing
But
does.
check this out though. That's in a controlled environment. Bro.
Exactly.
In a street fight, there's no control.
There's no rules.
Survival of the fittest.
Okay, so y'all saying he's grabbing weapons? T.I.'s getting weapons?
He can
If
if
he
he
did
did.
anything.
If he
If
did.
he-
I'm talking about a straight.
You talking about bare
I'm talking about
But
two
you-
people bare knuckle
You don't
fighting.
know if Floyd can take a punch from a bare knuckle.
without
He's not
punch.
gonna get punched. He's one of the best defensive fighters there is. And y'all sitting here saying T.I.'s gonna beat Floyd.
Bro, but what I'm saying
I'm a-
is,
So there's no.
It's a possibility.
You saying, but you basically saying there's no chance of T.I. winning at all.
No.
Okay, so why?
Cause this.
Why is there a possibility for T.I. to win?
No, I'm saying there's not.
This
Street,
is-
I'm talking about a bare knuckle fist to fist fight.
In a
No
street
weapon
fight.
street fight. No, there's no
possibility.
possibility. I'm
see,
not seeing
this
it.
is the debate of light skin versus dark skin.
I'm not seeing it.
And the thing is, we going for the light skin dude, right?
I mean,
light skin
bro, I'm
dude,
just
He's
saying.
a professional boxer.
But the thing is,
He eats, breathes, and sleeps boxing. So you put him in any. I'm sure they train for different situations where Floyd's gonna be taking punches. I'm sure they train for that shit every day. And I don't know why y'all think T.I. just supernaturally knows how to throw a perfect jab.
But you don't know
But
if
you can train, bro.
Like, you gotta go perfect
Like
jab.
you can train for certain stuff, bro. It don't mean like it's gonna happen.
So
that certain way, bro.
what you saying? So what's he gonna punch him in the nuts?
I need to go
What's he gonna take a
He
cheap shot?
could, but if he did, okay. So if he did, if he knows he's been training for all of this, he's
don't take a
obviously
cheap
gonna block it, right?
I'm just saying that if you fighting somebody, right, it don't matter if they're professional or not, right? There are no rules to the fight.
Exactly.
All
So
right,
you
so-
must do, and it's not even about grabbing a weapon.
So you telling me personally you can beat Floyd up?
I'm just saying, anything.
If I caught him the wrong way,
might catch him slipping. It's over. He's sleep.
Right.
I'm the champion. You're.
I'll put this as
But I'm just
I'll put
saying,
this as you
it's a
taking Mike
possibility.
Tyson. I'm just gonna take another boxer. You take Mike Tyson
It's a
in
possibility.
a street fight against a regular nigga.
Possibility.
You think Mike Tyson gonna lose a fight?
if
Possibility.
he get hit the wrong way
It's
at
possible.
the wrong time,
He can get caught easy.
anybody can get
that's-
knocked out.
that's what I'm saying. That's the
That's a
thing.
slim
That's the
possibility.
thing.
I just think
That's
that's
the
Okay,
thing.
but it's a slim possibility.
That's all we
That's
saying.
still a chance.
But so the thing is like when you fighting somebody that I feel like this is the element of surprise when you fight somebody that's not trained because they don't know how to throw. They're not reading no moves, so they just fight
Right, they just
sporadically.
fight.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Haymakers, random punches.
they gonna get tired though.
I mean, I'm not
Right?
saying
They
they
gotta
not.
play a part.
But
Emotions
you know-
play a part. If you mad,
But Floyd knows those situations. That's what I'm saying. Floyd knows those damn situations.
He's
No,
situational when it comes to a boxing
give
ring.
him that. I give him that though.
Floyd knows
Because
these
he knows
situations.
how
If
to
he's getting
control-
tired, he's gonna
That's
know.
true,
Like,
yeah.
man, this nigga's tired. I'm
But
gonna
I
go
agree
in
with you on
and-
that. I
But the
agree with
thing
you on
is,
that.
he's situational to a boxing ring though.
But I
When
mean,
you're fighting somebody outside of there's no, you know what I'm
if
saying?
you see the niggas throwing haymakers, you're
But
gonna get
see,
tired eventually,
He's
bro.
used
That's
to
what I'm saying.
reading boxers. He's used to reading people that are trained.
People are people, bro. They gonna get tired of throwing a punch, bro.
I'm not saying he's not, but you don't have to last 30 years through the fight. You just got to be able to catch that motherfucker and knock him out. You ain't got to last.
but that's what I'm saying.
Anybody can get hit the wrong way,
You just got to
bro.
sleep him.
But he trains
It's
for
over.
that.
It don't
That's what I'm
matter.
saying,
You just-
bro. He trains for. You don't think he trains for situations where he's gonna get knocked. Somebody's gonna blindside punch him.
That's the
Somebody
thing.
gonna
In a street fight, you're not fighting to whoever gets tired. You fighting to sleep.
right. You don't think he
You
trains
fighting
for
to
those?
sleep.
Then you find out
But what you doing
Mad.
boxing? You gonna get
Mad.
you gonna go to sleep in
Mad.
boxing. People get knocked out.
You fighting to sleep.
People die. A dude just died in boxing for getting punched in the
Floyd
head.
knocked out who?
A dude just literally just
I'm saying
died.
Floyd knocked out who?
I don't
Who's
know.
Floyd knocked out?
He's knocked out some people. He's 50 and old. Vince 50 and 0.
Knockouts. I mean, I'm not knocking his record.
He's never knocked out nobody.
I don't think he has
Hold on, we got the win, bro.
I know maybe a TKO, but I know
I think all his about decisions.
Let's see.
Look it up. I know it's gonna be.
We got the win.
I mean, there many.
I don't know. It's a whole stat line. I can tell you though.
When he caught Pacquiao, I don't know if that.
TKO.
I mean, it was a slip. Yeah, that was a slip.
TKO.
But he caught him though. But I mean, that's not like a you sleep like arm stretch like type of deal.
All I'm saying is anybody can get caught, bro. Anybody can get caught. Like
anybody.
Your hand can slip just a little bit.
Easy.
And T.I. could have just. It could have been that perfect time.
I hear that, but not with the greatest boxer in the world.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm about to put it in perspective for you. So look at it from the aspect of music, right? Artists. You got artists in the game right now that are good, that are great. You know what I'm saying? They got sales, they pump it. But you got artists that aren't even big that are better than them.
That are better.
Right, that's not.
No, but
listen.
Though,
bro. That's sports.
I'm saying it to the fact. I'm saying it to the fact that the professionalism, the skill set is what I'm saying. You don't have to be deemed a pro to be great at what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in the limelight. You don't have to be registered hands to have registered hands. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I mean,
true,
I'm just being honest.
Say it again.
You don't have to have registered hands to have registered hands.
There's people that dream of being a boxer that took all the training but never did get to fulfill their dream.
Exactly.
Okay, they still out here training.
That's cool. But we talking about T.I.
I'm saying,
But nigga hands, bro.
I'm just saying.
We talking about T.I.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. We talking about T fucking I. What's this nigga track record?
I'm just saying.
Like y'all like what's this nigga track record?
Bro.
We talking about T.I.
Anything's possible.
And by the way, we said what is Floyd's knockout? He has 27 knockouts.
But he ain't knocking.
Wins by KO 27. Wins 50.
Was they big names though?
I mean, he's a professional boxer. What you mean?
I mean, he's fighting some unknown names. I mean, there's a bunch. There's a
this nigga's a professional. I mean,
hundreds of boxers. I'm just talking about from your perspective. Like, who is he knocked out like a big name? I just want to know. I'm just
I guess there's a couple TIs.
Okay, so all I'm saying, okay, I understand exactly where you're coming from. I feel like Floyd, okay, will literally.
We talking about T.I. Okay,
we'll overcome T.I. But I'm saying anybody can get caught. That's the whole.
Yeah, anybody can get caught if he gets snubbed.
So you don't gotta get snubbed, bro. Like anybody can, if his hand slips a little bit, bro. You tell me if he put his hand down one inch.
I'm rocking with Floyd. I can't do this argument because I'm rocking with Floyd.
All I'm gonna say is that
the only way Floyd's
anything's possible, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's just keep it at that. Anything's possible.
You can,
you know what I'm saying? Anything's possible.
You can jump out of jet and survive.
That's what I'm saying. You can. That's actually somebody just did that. That was literally in the news. Somebody just did that. They jumped, they skydived, and their parachute got stuck.
You watched it on Real Star, nigga. I saw that too.
Yeah, but still, she motherfucking survived, bro.
She's from Ukraine.
She survived, bro. She survived it, motherfucker. Shit, she survived it. Possibility. Boom. People get hit by lightning. They still be walking.
Man, that's T.I. But we had specific.
Okay, so you had to pick somebody.
Who would you pick?
That you for Floyd. The closest one, the person
like a street, like
anybody.
To beat Floyd?
Yeah. Not a boxer though. Because we was trying to come up with like how we got started on the topic. We was talking about rappers that can fight. And that's how T.I. got.
Honestly, I don't see any rapper that's going to beat. I can't think of a rapper that can beat Floyd.
Okay, so who do you think is a rapper that probably fights the best in? Who would you say? Because you said, I think you mentioned Durk. You said Lil Durk.
Oh yeah, Lil Durk got hands.
Lil Durk.
Yeah, he got hands for sure.
That can fight.
He put that on AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw his video. He got hands.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
I said that can fight. A rapper that can. That's a good question.
And then I said 50 Cent got hands.
50 Cent.
Yeah, he doing his training. He got hands.
The Game. You said the Game.
The Game got hands. Yep.
I know Meek Mill does not have hands.
Yeah, he got. Oh, stupid. They got. Oh, I tell you who.
Meek Mill does not have.
But you're not gonna mess with. What?
Wiz.
Oh yeah,
He's been
training.
doing his
Yeah, he's been training.
Wiz got that fun.
I would say.
And you can pick up a little weight, so you know. Yeah.
He down.
No, Wiz Khalifa, I think he can fight, bro. He did that.
I feel like he's that calm fighter though. Like he's gonna think, like he's not gonna get
He's a smart fighter. He's a smart fighter, bro. He got the MMA training.
The background definitely helps out.
That's a good question though. Rapper that can fight.
We got Durk, we got Game.
I feel like Dave East might be able to throw hands. I don't know.
When he first came out, I felt like it, but he too much on the weed now. He done got skinny as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Like he almost Chris Brown type skinny, bro.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, like no lie.
He was big though for a second, wasn't
All he doing is smoking weed, man.
Well,
He's
that's
drinking
it.
bark. Take away drinking that tree bark. That's it.
What you think? Who you think is a good fighter? A rapper?
I say the game in T.I.
Yeah.
I say the game in T.I.
I don't know why I said this nigga T.I.
This nigga got hands, bro. He's from ATL. Niggas from
That's like saying Lil Uzi. Y'all think Lil Uzi can fight?
Who?
No,
Lil Uzi.
what's that?
He got attitude.
What is that?
He got a good attitude.
He got a real attitude.
Yeah, bro.
He got attitude like a
He got a
female.
female.
Real.
Yeah. That's controversial. We gonna leave that for the.
No, I saw the Migos fight. They jumped the dude. Looked like
They don't count. It's a beef.
that's a team. That's a team.
They're all under 2 foot, bro.
Bro, I don't know, bro.
Jumping on this
That don't
big
count, bro.
motherfucker, they don't count.
No jumping.
It's over.
Okay, the most talk.
Who talked about?
All talk.
All talk.
I say 6'9".
That's about all of them.
Tekashi 6'9".
Yeah.
I feel like he cannot fight at all. I got a feeling he
No.
cannot fight in no type of way at all.
I don't.
But his talk, like talk, he would talk you out of a fight for sure.
Nah, he taught me into a fight. I want to work him after that.
Man.
I want to run that
Post
face.
talk. Let's see, man.
Man. Well, I don't know, cause I don't know if Bow Wow can fight, bro. I don't know. He got attitude problems, bro.
Yeah,
Like, he's crazy.
he's-
So he might be able to. I don't know. He might.
I don't think
so.
Soulja Boy can fight.
Hold on.
I don't think bro. I don't think bro can
He'll
fight.
shoot you though.
Yeah.
Draco.
Yeah.
Draco.
Yeah.
I don't think he can fight.
Let's see.
I think Chris Brown can fight though, bro. I feel like he got a little
Chris
scrap.
Brown,
I feel like he got
Yeah.
anger.
You might know some of that
MMA?
taking off for Eddie.
I feel like bro got some anger bent up somewhere.
He might got some.
I don't think Drake can fight, bro. I don't care.
I feel like Drake might be able to do something.
If he grab you, you probably done, bro. But fight
That's like,
wise,
nah, I feel like I think he can get away from him. 'Cause he a little too.
Drake,
I feel like if Busta Rhymes grab you, it's over.
that nigga's
Right.
probably
That's a big
All
motherfucker.
right, Busta Rhymes with 50 Cent.
I got the 50.
50.
50.
Yeah, I got
I
just
would
because
say
mobility. Busta
What's Rhymes' neck is big.
It's like you're punching you want to move.
That
bro.
oak tree neck.
Yeah,
That
bro.
shit over. Hell yeah, that's wild.
But yeah, no, I want to ask you about that video that I seen go viral. That raw
That
chicken.
raw chicken.
Bro, climbing off the table.
That shit was disgusting.
Y'all watched the video earlier.
Saw that.
That shit remind me of like, you know how like people be cooking and they be having the fish with no head? You seen that when they have the fish and it's like the nerves is still making it move?
But it's still moving, yeah.
Yeah, that
still
shit be
moving.
wild, man.
That's
I don't know, man. Nowadays,
That's the topic, like everybody talking about, like certain foods and shit. Like you want to stay away from certain foods.
all this stuff they put in this food, but we can't eat nothing. We're gonna have to figure out how to eat oxygen. Because it's getting to the point to we gotta learn how to absorb oxygen. And just
That's
eat
because
that.
food's getting pumped with all type of
GMOs,
Yeah,
steroids,
genetically
steroids.
modified and enhanced. And
And the crazy thing is, like on the bags when you go to the store, it says no added
Preservatives.
preservatives.
preservatives. It's crazy.
That's what I be going for. I be trying to go
Man,
for
I-
farmer aid.
I've been trying to go to like the Whole Foods markets, but I ordered some. I didn't order. I went to the store Kroger and got some the drumstick chickens.
It was huge.
Bruh, thick. Bruh, this shit was like that thick.
See, I don't like it too breaded. Like that's why I
That
do
wasn't
like-
breaded. It was in the package.
Oh,
I'm talking the
okay.
raw chicken, bro. That drumstick was like
Motherfuckers was thick.
like a ice cream cone thick, bro.
I'm saying, but like,
Like, bro.
the breaded chicken that you see at Kroger too. Like I used to kill it, bro.
What, like
Every
chicken
day.
patties?
Yeah, like you just throw it in the oven real quick.
Yeah.
The breaded chicken, like barbecue and stuff like that.
Man, if you ain't, I feel like it's coming to the point where you gotta get your own farm.
I got that clone.
That's really how you
Clone
gonna
meat.
know.
It's on that clone meat.
Exactly.
That's the only way you gonna know your food's clean is if you start a farm yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I mean, I feel
You
like
know how
it's-
expensive that's gonna be, bro.
but I mean, the thing is, you could make that in turnaround. That's why a lot of black, like the wave now is a lot of African American farmers going back to agriculture.
And
You
also
know what I'm
losing
saying?
their farms too. You got to think about that.
That is true, but I mean, that's just like a business. It don't matter.
Yeah.
People do business on it, but it depends on how much.
As long as you pay your taxes, man. That's
How
all.
determined.
That's
Man,
all
you know
that
what? Forget tax. You know what? I'm about to
That's all
say.
you-
Don't even worry about tax. Like y'all really need to check out Moors, right? Look in what it is to be a Moor and get your Moor citizenship.
What's some more?
Moor, they're kind of like, I won't necessarily say to the extreme of Black Panther, but they're kind of like that before Black Panther was created. it's kind of like royalty.
Like Wesley
right?
Snipes, that nigga ain't paid his taxes in years.
Yeah, but I mean, he got
A
locked
couple
up.
people ain't paid the taxes.
But I mean, like, when you're a war,
Better pay them, pay me this money on time.
That's the thing. Like when you're a war, there's certain rules, certain laws that don't apply to you because of your citizenship. Like police officers and stuff, like they can't bother you. All you have to do is show the flag, or wave your flag, or show your citizenship. And they can't bother you because they made an oath to the war citizenship itself. You know what I'm saying?
I never heard of that. I ain't really heard of that.
It's like it's a whole thing, man. So that's for another segment though. But
I don't know if you know the what is that? It's not the Illuminati. What's it called? There's other.
so if you was
It's with like George Washington and all them. It's a secret.
Skulls and Bones.
Not Skulls and Bones. It's the Masons, Freemasons.
The Masons,
Oh,
yeah,
Freemasons.
There's a lot of.
That's the same thing as like the Moors, except Moors is for African American folks.
Yeah.
I mean, Freemasons, you got a lot of
There's a lot of-
African Americans there too. I can't.
It's a
Some
secret
NBA players,
organization.
Kyrie Irving.
Did y'all just see about the Vatican? How they just found all them bodies under the
I heard
Vatican?
about that.
No, they found like skulls that they deemed to be ancient, bro. It was in the news. They found like 30-something different bones or bodies. Yeah, that's wild, bro. I said, man. But it don't surprise me though because of like if you want to know the start or the secret to like our civilization, the Vatican holds all of that. I feel like the Vatican is probably one of the most sacred places. It's guarded on earth.
Even for African Americans too.
I feel like no, I'm talking about just humans in general. Like if you want to really see like some artifacts and the start of everything and Aztec, you know what I'm saying? All these civilizations that apparently just mysteriously passed away. I feel like the Vatican is the place, the vault that holds everything. That's why it's so heavily guarded. It's down there guarded heavier than Fort Knox. You know what I'm saying? Because they hold, they got something in there. So.
Shit, that's like Area 51. That's heavily guarded.
Man, I tell
Area
you what.
51, yeah.
People trying to go to here soon.
I feel like you going to Area 51 is pretty much you just don't care about life.
Death wish.
Yeah, you don't care about life because here's a place that's deemed like we know they deal with UFOs. We know they deal with they say it all the time. Yeah, we got aliens. Well, I mean, and they
First of all, it's a military ground.
Yeah,
so like,
military
that's where they practice bombings and stuff
and
like
you
that.
think they got normal bullets?
You're putting yourself in
You think-
front of a bullet,
Yeah.
basically. That's what
Honestly,
you're doing.
I don't even think they have to kill people. They have bullets that's gonna stop you.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like even their
Yeah,
rubber
but-
bullets. They got. They had a video on Real Star, I think it was, and it was showing this. I don't know if it was a drone, but it shoots out these rubber pellets. That shit,
Explode like that.
explode. But that's gonna do some damage. You ain't gonna want to
I
around.
feel like that's the least of the technology. I feel like they got some guard animals.
Cause they ain't gonna kill all of America. If the people did rush it, they ain't gonna massacre.
Oh yeah, that's
they're
what
not
they
gonna
will.
massacre.
I feel like they will. They'll take that chance.
Well, I don't know. I think they would.
I feel like the
Yeah,
government
I
will
think
take
they
that
would.
chance.
I think they would.
I feel like they will.
Because first of all,
Like,
there's bombs planted, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
they got the
that's-
whole thing. It's over. They one of the most secure places that ever. The people that go to work there growing up on a bus with tinted windows and barbed wire. Like,
I wouldn't say kill like 100,000, hundreds of thousands of people, like, but I say
If it's to
maybe
protect the
1,000 people at most.
I mean, I feel like people like step back. Yeah.
So how many people like viewed that the whole thing like
I think it was
something million?
That was like
something
3 million. It was
3
like 3
million.
million or something.
And out of those 3 million, maybe 1,000 went. If that,
No, they supposed to
Would've
go in
went.
September. They go in September.
No,
it ain't
September.
happened
Yeah,
yet.
September 21st.
Okay, so how many days gonna go?
That's the thing.
Out of those 3 million, how many days gonna go?
I think it might, either way, if it's over 10,000, I think it's over 10,000 gonna show up. And if 10,000 try to rush the thing, they finna light them up. It's Area 51.
I say if 1,000 people or less go, they all go.
Bro, they gonna light all of them
Yeah,
up.
all of them, every single one.
It don't matter. They
First of all, it's too many people. They're not gonna have time to question every single one. Why are you here?
they're not gonna ask them.
What is your motivation to be
They
here?
have a sign that says, if you cross this line, you will be shot.
You on your own?
And ain't no if, maybe you might kind of sort of be shot. No,
You know that you get
You
shot.
will get blasted.
Y'all think there's aliens in there?
Yeah, you got aliens.
I don't believe in aliens, bro. Like, bro.
But here's the thing.
kinda do. I don't know.
So here's the thing, though. So I wanna cancel everything you believe about aliens not existing, right? So look at
You
us.
gotta be open-minded about it, kind of.
Yeah, but just look at we're humans, right? Then you gotta look at dogs, right? Look at cats, different species, completely different animals than what we are. So the existence of other creatures that we don't know they're not being human or they're not being an animal like we see normally is a possibility.
I mean, that shit we ain't seen, like the bottom of the ocean, bro.
What I'm
Like,
saying
that's
we
different
haven't
stuff.
seen dinosaurs and motherfuckers' bones still be popping up. It's possible. I'm just saying, like, so look at us being a species, right? I would consider an alien form being a different species. We're humans, lions, completely different animals. They live by different instincts. They live by different rules of life. Alligators, you know what I'm saying? They're completely different. Reptiles. These are complete mammals, reptilians, fucking little bats and shit. Like, those are aliens in themselves. They not us. You know what I'm saying?
I like questioning these like UFO sightings. Like,
Yeah, that's what I said.
like,
And that's
UFO
what
sightings,
crazy. The UFO sightings.
Yeah.
That's
All
what I
that
think
shit
is.
crazy. All
Like,
that
how do you build something to go from literally sitting still, disappear, like going that
That
fast?
says like light speed.
Like, you can't even build that. You can't build something that
I was about
fast.
to
That's
say,
why I
Man,
said that's why I think there is aliens out there.
Bro, I feel
Man
like,
can't build
I
that.
feel like you can, bro.
Man,
I feel like-
building that
I feel like-
fast.
So I was thinking about it. I was on some scientific shit one day. I was kind of drunk too much and probably smoked. But I was thinking about like, nothing's faster than light, right? The only thing faster than light is sound.
Sound, right?
Right? So sound is what?
What we looking for?
No, the definition of sound is what? Vibration,
Yep.
right? So therefore, vibrations are faster than light itself, faster than the speed of light. So if you're able to create something that vibrates so fast that it's able to keep its own vibrations going and keep the barrier around it, you see what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying man couldn't have made it.
But I'm saying, think about it.
If
this
that's the
way.
case, then why aren't
If they-
jets going that fast, bro?
But see, if they make that, if they figure out the science, because I'm sure they're working on it.
Oh, I'm
sure they're
Yeah,
working
I'm
on
for
it.
sure.
I mean, we got jets that are breaking sound barriers.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know what I'm
sure.
saying? But
It's probably up for discussion.
you know what? The government might even be in cahoots with these niggas. The government might even be in cahoots with the aliens. With the, cause you seen the conspiracy videos?
No,
where
honestly, they say light is faster than sound. Is that what we said? I just said sound.
No, he
faster
said,
than light.
yeah, he said it sounds faster.
No, light's faster than sound.
shit, it's all fast. It's all fast.
Yeah, it's fast as well.
It's faster than these.
Yeah,
shit.
light's faster than
So
sound.
that's why we got the computer.
But that's what I'm saying. Like today, in today's world, there's nothing, no jet, no nothing that's
That's
fast
that fast,
as
no.
light or sound. It's not traveling. that
It can
fast,
break the
bro.
sound barrier, but it's not.
So how does this explain the sightings of UFOs standing, literally going nowhere, just
It's
floating in the
so
air
fast, bro.
and just disappearing, bro?
It's so fast.
Bro, that's like impossible.
And I feel like
I'm not
I
understanding.
feel like a UFO might be like kind of like a reconnaissance type thing. Like they coming here to check us out. I feel like there's something on a different planet.
But I'm saying though, like,
Comes back to check on us type shit. That'd be crazy.
who talks about the UFOs other than scientists, bro? Like seeing, there's
What you mean,
videos.
throughout the history.
There's videos of people saying, "Oh, yeah, I seen a UFO," and
Look at
they'll record something. Bro, there's camera tricks and all that, bro.
look at paintings made in the Renaissance era. There are UFOs in these paintings of.
In ancient times, I know what you. Yeah, I know.
No, I'm just talking about in the Renaissance era. The Renaissance era is things like Michelangelo, Donatello, the whole art era, right? And before that, you have to look into the what is it? The Greek era, right? Romans. There's depictions, there's sculptures that deem UFOs sightings at those times, which they didn't know the UFOs were, so they just have lights.
And that's in the Egyptian era.
That's what I was gonna say. Then if you go back to the Egyptian era, they have actual aliens within the hieroglyphics and the tombs that they created, within the pyramids they created.
Hey, that'll be a sight.
And what a lot of people don't know is that the pyramids themselves are aligned directly with every major star. So think about it. How,
Now you got me thinking too hard, bro. Like,
I'm serious. Like they're aligned with wherever the pyramids are placed at is lined up directly underneath
Yeah.
one of the major stars.
So like the Big Dipper and
It's lined. It's lined.
There's some architectural stuff that's weird too. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
but
like there,
the
because
rocks.
yeah, I don't know if you heard.
Oh,
It's called Stonehenge.
Stonehenge?
Yeah, Stonehenge, yeah.
Just the way those rocks are like
Like, how do you-
placed.
Nobody can do that. Like you're not lifting.
How do you
those
lift
rocks.
those up?
There's no way.
And you know what technology did they have back then to lift that up? It's
None.
like-
None at all. And that's been around for how long?
That's been around since.
They don't even have a daytime when they do that. It's a BC type of deal.
Yeah,
They might-
3001 BC.
Yeah, that's
Construction.
BC stands for before Christ.
There's literally rocks standing straight up with rocks on top of them.
But
And
do
they
you-
had nothing to put the rock, like they had nothing to lift the rocks up. So how is that even possible?
Do you realize it stated as BC though before Christ? That's crazy. That was before Christianity came into play. Before Christianity was created as a religion for us.
It says on here because I clicked on a little subheading on Google. It says, "Can you just walk up to Stonehenge?" It says, However, it is possible to walk up to and among the stones at Stonehenge outside of public opening hours. These are called special access visits. During these sessions of 1 hour duration, it says only 26 people are allowed onto Stonehenge. Like, I don't know why. Like, why only 26 people?
It's weird.
Is it?
It's
No.
It's pretty much like an open area. Like, I'm not understanding why.
I have a question. Is it? Are there bodies attached to the heads?
the Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Let me look. I don't think so.
Those
They're
are
just.
Those are heads, aren't there? Those just rocks.
I think they're just rock. That's
They're
what I
just-
thought.
yeah, I
I think
think
they're
they're
just
just
rocks.
rocks.
The reason I'm saying this is because I know there's one area and it's like these giant heads, they're like made out of stone. And recently they just dug underneath. Somebody got a permit in that.
You're not talking about Mount Rushmore, are you?
Yeah,
No.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, it's only big heads I know that
That's
go right.
the dumbest comparison.
You said rock though, bro. I can see what you're saying. That's what I thought.
Okay,
I ain't gonna
I'm
lie, bro.
not-
I'm not
I'm
the same
not-
thing, cuz I ain't gonna front.
See, that's why I can tell y'all be used. Y'all
Bruh.
my phone right.
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You said rocks with faces, bro.
You
That's
said
No, I
rocks.
said rocks.
What's the first thing you know?
I said rocks.
That's even
Mount
more
Rushmore. Mount
That's the
Rushmore.
first thing I think of.
Those are the sculptures.
Bro, you wasn't paying attention to
I'm
history
talking
class.
about a rock with head. A rock made out of head. A head made out of rock. Y'all know what the fuck I mean. Listen to this.
Bro, listen.
But no, what I'm saying is, fucking rock. Rushmore is a sculpture, bro. I'm not talking about this shit. I'm
A
literally
head
talking
made out of
about-
rock.
I'm literally talking about. There's like it's almost in the formation of Stonehenge, but they're like literally like you seen the.
I feel like I know what you're talking about,
You seen the
man.
Night at the Museum movie?
Yeah.
The don't go.
The
don't
tiki-
go,
the
don't
tiki-
go.
the tiki heads,
Now
yeah,
there's
yeah.
literally like a formation of those heads, but
I thought that was just some like cartoon and stuff,
no,
though.
it's
You
actually
know,
real, bro. It's real. It's part.
they're called tiki heads or something like that. It's Hawaiian.
No, I'm not. Even, it's not even a Hawaiian factor. This is actually just one of the weird. It's like one of the weird places in the United States. It's like one of the weird. Like Stonehenge is considered
That's just
one of the weirdest
Just
places
there is
in the
like.
United States. Type of deal. Like they have a bunch of
That's in England.
the Bermuda Triangle,
Oh,
Stonehenge.
yeah, I heard.
Like there's really this weird place like the forest in Japan.
Yeah.
They call it the forest of spirits or something, where people go to commit suicide.
Mhm.
It's the weirdest shit ever.
I was
Like,
so
people-
sad about the Bermuda Triangle, like flying airplanes over,
You
they
can't-
never come back.
Boats too.
Yeah,
Boats
like
down there.
they never come back.
If there's
That's crazy.
no signal in that area.
That's-
Like there's no signal being able. Now that might be a boat that goes through, but they have it. And here's the thing: when people say they go through Bermuda Triangle, like hours have passed by, time has passed by, which is a possibility because think about
Give it
it.
time to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Like me
Yeah.
driving out to Bowling Green or something, so what, an hour behind.
Right.
So I just drove 2 hours just to get 1 hour. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, it's just like if we go from here to Dubai, they
Yeah,
like
it's-
7 hours ahead of us, so 8
So I
hours or
believe
something
it.
like that.
It's unbelievable for sure.
Yeah, man. It's just crazy, man. There's a lot of mysterious things we don't know about.
I'm sure there's so much that we don't know.
Like you
The
said-
government, they're not telling us.
They're
I
not-
feel like
they're
there's
not
so
gonna
much.
ever tell
They
us.
can't tell us. We wouldn't be able to handle
It's
it.
a money thing.
Think about the stuff underwater too. We haven't even
I don't even
we
know.
haven't even
I don't
touched the, we haven't even
know.
touched under there,
I don't even
man.
want to know.
Bro, like swimming in the ocean, like personal experience, bro. Me swimming in the ocean, bro, like there's like fish that I ain't never even seen.
Oh yeah.
Like clear fish. I was like, when I was in Jamaica, bro, swimming in the ocean, I seen clear fish, and I was like, bro, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Bro, when I was in the ocean, and just even in Miami, I was like, nah, it's out. Like, cause anything can be happening, bro.
I'm cool with like exotic stuff, bro. Like, I want to see more stuff.
Shit,
It's just like
I'm cool with looking at it from away from it.
I kind of understand why the government has stuff from us.
I
Like,
think it's time for a shot break,
Shot
guys.
time.
Yeah,
Shot break.
Shot break.
Shout out product placement of the Patron tequila.
Sponsor us, by the way.
Tequila to liver. You feel me?
I'm not a drinker.
Shout out to
Don't
liver.
be like us.
Salute.
So,
That's terrible.
boy.
I ain't have no chaser, bro.
Damn. Ooh.
That's power.
Ooh. This shit open.
Crazy.
Okay, so where was he at?
Shit, trying to get this motherfucker taste out of my
Right.
Yeah.
This shit. Whoa.
But nah, bro, I feel like there's a reason why the government has stuff from us. Like, we so small-minded. Like, we see, like, we believe what we see.
Yes.
Okay, so what would be
Really
your
big on that.
biggest fear if you found out? Like,
For me,
like what secret being exposed by the government would be your biggest fear?
Shit, nothing.
Like for
I
me
mean, that's-
personally, it would be swimming, like in the water, and then being like, That's some giant ass reptilian shit that lives in the water. And they don't tell nobody until you got them in the water. And then you see some shit moving in the water. It's kind of like, damn.
Biggest fear for me is if the government would tell me.
Like what if them exposing would tweak you out?
That's scary shit. But mine would be more of like,
I mean, it could be anything, just anything.
pretty much, really, honestly, I have to compare it to the Bible, bro. Like, stuff that's happening,
Yeah.
like, in the Bible is really coming to life, bro. Like, this stuff in Vegas, I think it's Vegas, on the Strip. Bro, you hear about the grasshoppers? The swarm of grasshoppers?
Yeah,
Bro,
the locusts. Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
that's just in the Bible, bro. Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
If they automatically just
There was
randomly
that
came out,
just happened.
that just happened, bro. And that's in the Bible, bro. It just literally just happened. And,
And
but,
where at?
like, my biggest fear would be like the government actually coming out on TV, like you know how TVs like had the random tests come up.
Mhm.
If the government came up and been like, okay, we're now making all currency one.
Yeah.
Money,
Well,
like
then
money's
it
not
is
worth
something.
nothing. Like if I hear that, bro, like I'm just
I
gonna.
mean, technically, money isn't worth anything because no one truly knows what,
Oh, yeah, it's almost
what money is based off of.
Yeah.
No one
The
knows.
dollar's not gonna mean nothing, bro.
Invasion of
Absolutely.
locusts. Whoa, that,
Yeah.
Bro, and they said it's bad. It is really bad, bro.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, no, that's
But I
in the
remember,
Bible.
locusts came in.
That's the prophecy. That's the Bible.
I was gonna say, I remember locusts came and invaded one time. Well, not while we've been alive, but back in history, like, and destroyed crops and stuff. Like that's why they started having pest killers and shit. But
Yeah.
that's back when like the whole potato famine and all that extra stuff happened back in like before we was born.
Or like a big disease, bro. Like they can
Yeah.
they can put their own diseases out here to kill certain people.
I heard they can.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
bro, that's a big fear of mine
Like
too,
Tuskegee,
bro.
University of
Just-
Tuskegee. Yeah,
You hear about that when they did the-
Yeah, when I went to the HBCU, we knew. We've been up on game. The government did that, set that whole thing.
Then they like inject a lot of African Americans with like syphilis.
They
They said it was some type of
They said they were giving them a vaccine.
but they was actually inserting
See, the-
syphilis into black
Yeah, bro.
folks.
Yeah.
The simple fact that that's controlled, bro. Like they can
It's
do that.
controlled, bro.
That's
That's
scary.
where- that's
And
where
the government, all they
disease
can say
came
is sorry for me. Like, man,
Like if y'all seen that movie Geostorm,
I've
Yeah.
never seen just one.
bro, the government literally can flip a switch and a big storm can happen. Like I think it's outer space or something like that, or it's a system outer space.
Yeah.
It controls the weather on Earth.
They actually have you can look this up. They actually have a weather machine that creates clouds.
Wow.
Man,
You can look it up.
bro,
It creates artificial clouds.
And this is the stuff that we know so far,
This
bro.
is, they got. I'm sorry, the
and
government has
clouds-
population control, bro. If they want to take some people out,
Oh yeah,
they can
bro.
do it.
You
But
know
just
what
to-
movie that's based on?
Just
Yeah,
to
like
speak-
Purge, bro.
Just to speak on diseases though, real quick, like I don't know if y'all know this, but every koala bear has chlamydia, right? Literally, you can look it up. Every koala bear has chlamydia, and it's transmitted from sheep, right? Sheep being throughout history man's main flock, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the transition from man to sheep to koala bear just shows you that man creates diseases throughout other species.
And honestly, I believe the government has the cures to a lot of these.
They do.
But,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
why? But why?
Yeah.
If the government gave, like, say, cancer, if the government gave us a cure for cancer, they gonna lose money.
So much money.
They would lose money because they rather treat cancer for the time being
Right.
and keep the cure for themselves because they make all the money from the cure. But they gonna just treat it enough to where you're able to
You're
live.
still sick.
You're still sick.
You're manageable.
You're tolerable.
Yeah,
You're tolerable.
Exactly.
I'm about to speak on two things. One thing being, I know you just saw where all those doctors were being prosecuted because they've been falsely diagnosing people with cancer. You see that?
I didn't see that.
There's been like 13, actually more than that, they were falsely accusing people of having cancer and they weren't having cancer. But that's their patients, that's how they get their money.
Money.
And
Cancer's like a $2 billion industry.
Hold on, so like if they do that, can you still go through chemo and all this?
Look this up, bro. Y'all can tell y'all, like, look it up right now. Pop it
Yeah,
up.
you
But like,
saying-
no, I'm saying
chemo
they
kills.
false-
Chemo's what kills.
That's what I'm saying.
Chemo's
So if
what-
they falsely accuse you of having cancer and you go through chemo and they
Look it
kills
up.
you,
Look it up, bro. Doctors, bro,
Yo,
they don't care though. They getting that check.
see that's where
Because the
the
government,
thing,
like,
bro,
here's another thing. I don't know if you know, but like Bayer, aspirin, Advil, all these companies or all these brands that are made to like treat heart issues or to help blood pressure. Guess who they're owned by? McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger
That's
King.
wow.
They're owned by fast food restaurants because the thing is, how are they gonna keep getting money? They keep causing disease so that way They're getting that back end regardless.
I got a question for y'all. This is pretty much about health too. So like, with being sick, do y'all feel like if you can tell yourself I'm not about to get sick, or if you feel like you're getting sick, if you tell yourself you're getting sick, you're going to be sick?
Oh yeah, it's a mental thing.
Like I feel like it's a mental thing.
Placebo effect.
I really feel like that's a mental thing because me personally, I have not been sick in years, bro.
Yeah,
It's been years, bro.
it's the placebo effect. Like, say if somebody gives you a pill, like they give you a caffeine pill, and doctors allow, and they usually give you caffeine pills, but in your mind, you're thinking,
You
oh,
need
this is
it.
going to fix
Right,
me.
it's gonna
cause all this happening. Your body, your mind,
Your mind's powerful.
Your
Mind's so powerful. I'm not
Human
gonna
mind
lie,
is so
it's
powerful that it will literally trick your body into thinking that you're being healed.
Right.
Right. And
Or that
literally
you need something.
it would heal itself.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but it'd just be like off a caffeine pill, off something that really doesn't have anything in it. It's literally like, that's why I tell people like mental health is like important. Like not even just from the aspect of like understanding your awareness and the environment, but like when it comes to your health, when it comes to like knowing all this other stuff, you got to be conscious about it.
And it's not to say you shouldn't go to the
You know what I'm
doctor.
saying? No.
You want to go to the doctor, of course.
I mean,
like,
well,
I feel like
Your mind plays a role.
Personally,
Your mind plays a big role.
Personally, my thing is I don't fuck with doctors. I haven't been sick and
I don't want to take a medicine.
I hate taking medicine.
I've been
bro.
sick in 3 years straight, bro. Like no cold, no fever, no nothing. And that demon being.
I've had allergies. That's
allergies.
about it.
But that demon being to me, even my sinuses went away because I was eating healthier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I did that vegan job, I was vegan for like 7 months. Did that, and my system was clean of anything. I have no sickness.
And I feel like too, it plays a role like your diet. Your diet plays a
Your
role.
diet
in
is
this as
major, bro. Shout out to Dr. Sebi, R.I.P.
You gotta keep the marathon.
Keep that. And the thing is, what he was speaking about, a lot of food that we eat causes mucus. And mucus is the center of the sickness, right? That's why I don't really try to fuck with nothing that's gluten. But shit,
We all know. We need to do more research on
I
that
ain't gonna
Dr.
do it
Sebi
tonight,
stuff.
though. I'm telling you, I've been researching him for years.
What was that?
Organic.
Dr.
He got like
Sebi,
organic.
Dr.
a lot.
Sebi chooses.
He
He
teaches
does
a lot of, it's called like alkaline diet. He does a
Yeah.
lot with like alkaline.
And herbs too, bro.
Alkaline water. I need to get that alkaline water. Go over to Trader Joe's or go over to motherfucking, who's that, Whole Foods. Alkaline water.
Trader Joe's is
$1.99.
expensive.
Yeah, that alkaline, bro. I'm telling you, alkaline water, as soon as you taste it.
And I've seen that. I've seen that at CVS.
CVS.
All y'all gotta do, just put a battery in your water and just shake it up.
Hell, bro, those, bro. This is trying to kill y'all. Don't put those. You said a battery, though.
What shit gonna be charged?
You really have me overthinking, like, damn, a battery.
You gonna be charged
That would be cool, yeah. It should be 100%.
You gonna mess around, swallow a battery, or try to drink your water.
At least you ain't gonna need a phone charger, though.
No, hell no.
Shit, you gonna be charged.
Boy, that
all
shit got
day.
me hot, boy.
I'm about to say, y'all ready for another one? I'll pour it another one.
Yeah, it's almost time for shit.
Is this almost time for another slip?
I got some chaser.
We do it. As soon as you come over here with it, I'm cool.
Another slip of the dope. Man.
We got some good conversations.
Yo, that's not even a shot. That's a
shot.
I think we go ahead and end this right here for real.
Yeah, this is
Ended.
Yeah, I mean, we got 40 minutes in.
I mean, it's a podcast. We're supposed to let people be happy. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to just drop jewels. That's the thing about podcasts is the time.
Oh,
We all got to say that. Podcast ain't time, bro.
I got to drink this.
Bro, you got it, bro. That's the
I
thing,
got
like.
some more checks there.
I'd rather pour some on my
That's the
shirt.
thing, like a podcast ain't time, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna clean his whole shirt with it. Podcasts are not time, bro. Like, it's really whenever the conversation's done, it's done. You feel me? But we do appreciate y'all joining in and tuning in. But these motherfuckers gonna end it, so I have to leave for their day. But
Make sure y'all comment on the video. Make sure y'all
Let us know what y'all
subscribe,
like. Let us know what y'all want to see, what y'all like, what y'all didn't like.
don't send me nothing.
What y'all agree with and what y'all disagree with, because we definitely appreciate that.
I don't appreciate nothing. But this motherfucking chaser.
But this is the Three World Kings.
Yeah.
We out shit.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, we need a thumbnail. Thumbnail real quick.
Hey, bro. Cut this shit off.
Oh man, what's your price? Go back.